What up everyone, Edgar with All One Solar Shine, back at it with another video. This is another good video right here. I think they're all great videos, right? And that's what I say in every video. But you guys let me know, all right? Drop a comment, let me know what you think of all my videos. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see. That's definitely the number one thing that I want to know is what you want to see, right? I'm making these videos for you. I mean, I don't go back and watch these videos every single day, right? I want you to watch these videos. So if there's something that you want to see specifically, let me know, drop it in the comments. But quickly with this one, all right? So what happened here was we actually bird-proofed this job maybe about a month ago, I would say, about a month ago. And it was a really, really bad job. I mean, it was filthy, there was birds everywhere. And so this was definitely one of those houses that the birds just absolutely loved, right? This is their love shack right here. So what we did is we bird-proofed everything. We got it all nice and cleaned up. Homeowner called me back about a week and a half later, said, hey Edgar, the birds are still here. I mean, you know, they haven't gone anywhere. I think there's, if not the same amount, if not more. So I said, the next option that what we can do is bird spike, all right? There's always gonna be two options when it comes to bird proofing. It's gonna be the simple bird proofing around the panels. We have your S-towel right here, which is what we would use at a house like this because of the valley, the hills and valleys that the S-towel has. And then we also have the regular 8-inch, which is gonna be right over here. And as you can see the difference, one is that S shape and one is not. Like I said, this house is already bird proofed, so we aren't putting these on there. I just brought them out to show you guys what we're working with, what we use, what we have. As always, we do distribute the mesh, all right? We do get it from the one and only Solar Clean, Todd the Birdman. This video is out after that podcast episode's already out. I'll be sure to drop the link that way you guys can check it out. It's a really great one. We talk for about an hour and a half, just going over a lot of things, so it's definitely something you don't want to miss. The mesh is from Todd the Birdman Solar Clean. He's out in Palmdale. I'm out in Gilroy in Sacramento. I don't want to be driving 6 hours all the time because I feel that pain for everyone else. So what do is I teamed up with Todd the Birdman as a distributor. I have all this mesh in stock. That way for all of you guys who are local to Gilroy, local to San Jose, local to Sacramento, or in between, you know, Tracy, if you guys are even Los Banos, Madera, all those areas that are kind of closer to this area rather than driving 5, 6 hours to Palmdale, hit me up. I got the mesh in stock. We also working with the bird spikes, okay? Todd the Birdman doesn't just do mesh, he also does bird spikes. Bird spikes are very simple when it comes to installation. There's really no rocket science. All it is you're dabbing some glue along this plastic base right here, and then you're putting it along the ridge line of your roof. So when it comes to bird spikes, a lot of this stuff, talking to the homeowners right now, you know, you think it's simple to install. It is simple to install, okay? It's very simple to install. And a lot of it comes with sticker shock, right? A lot of this stuff right here, when you're bird proofing a home and also when you're spiking the home, it's costly. It's not costly because of the physical demanding labor part of it. It's not like we're out here, you know, digging a trench and, you know, breaking our back. It's costly because of one, the safety, okay? We have to put 2 ladders right here to get up onto this roof right here. We have to make sure that they're anchored in. We have to make sure that they're put correctly, especially on a roof like this. That way we're not, 1, breaking tiles, or 2, that the ladders aren't slipping and sliding off. And then 3, getting up on a 2-story house, you know, and bird proofing when panels are close to the edge. A lot of that is very sketchy. So a lot of that just requires safety. It requires a lot of experience and also training besides all that. So when it comes to bird proofing and spikes, you're not just paying for the installation itself of this stuff. You're not just paying for the material of this stuff. You're also paying for the setup of it, making sure we get up there safely and properly. You're also paying for the training that we have to do it right, to make sure we're also doing it in a safe manner. You're also paying for the experience that we have to make sure that we have and we use this type of mesh, right? So we want to make sure we're using the best in the market because when it comes to birds are intelligent, all right? They know maneuver through things. So when we have S-tile and we're using this type of mesh, this is innovative, all right? This is something that's definitely innovative, it's new. And so a lot of people are not using this type of cutout, okay? Well, we are. All One Solar Shine proudly uses this cutout, thanks to Todd out in Palmdale. So thanks to Solar Clean, I would say. A lot of these things come into play when it comes to the price, when it comes to the overall quality and workmanship of the project itself.
I have a question. So you already bird-proofed this?
Yes.
What are the pigeons doing if they're not going under it anymore?
Yeah, so just like a dog, just like other animals, just like us, you know, we have our territory. We have where we live, we have where we stay, we leave our markings, okay? Dogs leave their markings as well. Other animals leave their markings. This is their spot. Pigeons do the exact same thing. 1, pigeons have left their spot here, and 2, it was just so infested with pigeons that there were also birds that were born here. So if they were born here, this is all they know. They don't know, oh, let me just find a new home, let me just find a new solar panel. They don't think that way, right? They can't adapt to that environment so quickly from one day to the next. So like I said, we bird proofed this about a month ago, but about a week and a half ago, the homeowner called us back and said, hey, I'm still having a lot of birds up here. I gladly came out, I inspected it. Okay, that was last week. I came out, I inspected it, no additional cost. I sent him all the pictures, sent him exactly what the whole diagnosis was, and diagnosis was, let's put some bird spikes up there. I always tell all my homeowners, I will come, I will bird mesh all your panels, okay? I will pigeon proof it. The moment I leave, pigeons are coming right back. They're gonna come right back. I've actually seen it with my own eyes. As I'm cleaning, as I'm getting everything wrapped in my van and put away and about to drive off, I already have 2 or 3 birds on the roof that same exact day, okay? What they're trying to do is they're trying to come back home, okay? This was their home. They're trying to come back to where their nest was. They're trying to come back to, those eggs. So a lot of this stuff takes time for the birds to finally realize we're not welcomed here, we've been evicted, we gotta go somewhere else. And so in the transition of, I typically tell my clients from 2 to 3 months, the birds will find a new home. If you don't wanna wait, if it's just extremely a bother because you've dealt with it for so long, and it should be a bother. I mean, you shouldn't have to live with all this bird crap falling off the roof onto your patio, or maybe even birds flying by and crapping on you. So we can definitely do bird spikes. By doing bird spikes as another option, it's gonna add more to the price, but by doing it by an added option, now we're stopping the birds from landing on the roof, and now they've really gotten the idea of like, hey, we're not welcomed here. All right, fellas, so we're up here on the roof. Shout out to Reyes, right? So if y'all don't know, Reyes is not a friend with heights, so big shout out to Reyes for coming up here.
Well, it's not covering my insurance, but
But little by little, he's been overcoming those fears, so I appreciate you, Reyes. All right, fellas, so when you're doing the bird spikes, I mean, like I said, there's plenty of videos showing you kind of where you want to place them. It really comes down to, just where are the birds on the roof, right? And we're not going to be doing it right here because birds typically like elevation, okay? They're on the second story, they're not on the first story. Aside from that, because of this ridge right here where the house goes into that triangle form, they're going to be right here on this ridge line on the caps, because this is also higher compared to where the gutters are at. Solar Clean's bird spikes already come pre-cut to fit right there on the cap, okay? If you guys do end up going with Solar Clean spikes, that's how you would see them, that's how they would fit. If you end up going with any other bird spike they find on Amazon, and if they come in longer sections, you're gonna be cutting them down to fit this size right here. Now, if you also, for example, you can also cut these spikes, for whatever reason, if they're just too long, and you have a small little cap right here and you want to put it, you can just cut it and put it right there. When it comes to tile, you're going to be using construction adhesive, okay? These plastic right here is flexible, but it's more flexible if you're going to be nailing or screwing in, which obviously, unless you're an experienced roofer, or also if you have consent from the homeowner and you're an experienced roofer, you can drill into like the shingle homes, obviously not the tile homes, and then that would also give you the ability to bend this. That way it fits kind of like that angle, if you could see it from there. But having it fit like this with just construction of adhesive and bending it, it really doesn't work. It's always just gonna come up. It's not gonna stay down. So again, all you have to do is put the spikes right in the middle right here. You don't have to be doing this and going sideways and doing it all like that, because the birds are gonna be right in the middle right here. So as long as you have your spikes just like that, you're good to go. The construction of adhesive for Solar Clean does come with a box of 50 feet of spikes. One box of 50 feet includes obviously the bird spikes and 1 tube of glue, okay? When you put the glue on, you're gonna be putting it just dabs, probably the size of a dime. I put one in the end, in the middle, and at the other end, okay? That's all you gotta do. And then you're gonna be putting it just like that. And you're gonna lay it down, you're gonna press firmly. Maybe I count to about 3, and then I move on to my next one and my next one. So it's more of just repetitiveness. It's more, obviously right now we're dealing with 150 feet. My guys are up on the top roof right now putting up 150 feet of bird spikes. So as you're doing one and one and one, it takes time. So that's another reason why, the labor as well is just, it's a long time. So if you're bird proofing for about 3-4 hours, and then you're doing now 150 feet of spikes, you're gonna be there for a total of maybe 6-7 hours. So that's really the biggest thing when it comes to bird proofing and spikes, and just why also the cost is so high. As I mentioned, construction adhesive is really great for bird spikes. There's many different brands out there. So just if you're not gonna be buying from Solar Clean and getting the glue that he uses that comes with the spikes that he sends you, you know, go to your local Home Depot, go to your local Lowe's, go to your local roofing store in your city, and just look for a really great construction of adhesive that'll stick to the tile and obviously stick to the bottom plastic base. Last but not least in this video, I definitely want to talk about warranties, okay? So if you believe in your product, if you believe in your service, if you believe in the quality that you're providing, okay, you will be offering warranties. That's basically what it comes down to, right? Like when you see those satisfaction guaranteed signs, it's because they believe in what they offer, okay? And they know that they're gonna do everything in their power to make sure that you're satisfied. Same with us, but it's not so much satisfaction guaranteed because this is something on your roof. You're not gonna be going on your roof when we're done to see if you're satisfied. So the warranty that we offer is just that the spikes are gonna be up here, that the mesh is gonna be correctly installed, and it's gonna last the time that we've installed it for. So for the spikes, I offer a 1-year warranty, and for the mesh, I offer a 5-year warranty. I wish I could, but I can't give a lifetime warranty on the spikes. Why? Because they do have a plastic base. The plastic base over time, just like everything else is plastic, will get eaten up by the sun. It is UV protected, but just over time, it is gonna get eaten by the sun. So, but I've only seen that happen, I mean, for spikes that were, you know, 5+ years. My 1-year warranty does provide enough time, like I've said at the beginning of this video, for the birds to get the idea and say, we're not welcomed anymore, let's go find a new home. So that's plenty of time for that to happen. If anything happens between that now and that 1 year, a spike gets knocked off or whatever, you find a spike on the ground, I will gladly come up here, take a look at what happened, put some new spikes down if needed, fix the one that fell. Same with the bird mesh. If you're just seeing a lot of birds on your roof again, if you're hearing them like you heard them before, I will gladly come up here, take a look, see what happened, and, you know, fix whatever failed. You know, mistakes happen, accidents happen, and if there is a part of the bird mesh that failed, I mean, you know, I take ownership to it and I fix it, and, you know, we're on our way to always improving and always making sure that each client is happy. So I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you staying to the end. If you did stick to the end, that's my video today about bird spikes, about bird mesh, about, you know, what we do on a situation like this when you just can't get rid of those birds. There's always going to be I'm not gonna say a plan B, but there's always going to be more that you can add as a second option. That way you can just get that defense up and really get those birds out of there. There's plenty of things on the market. Like I said in other videos, there's owls, there's electric owls that actually have like sensors on them that they move, that sensor triggers them, so that the way the bird thinks it's alive now. There's also some discs that I actually haven't used. So for those of you that are watching, and if you're watching to the end, and if you have used these round discs that kind of have like a reddish orange tint to them, let me know if that works for you. Let me know if that's something that definitely is worth giving a shot. The whole aspect of those discs is the birds, when they look at it, they see it and they think of it as fire. So they think that the roof is on fire and it's not a place for them to land, right? So let me know if you tried those discs, if you know what I'm talking about. I definitely would appreciate your feedback. I definitely want to know about that experience in the comment and see if something, you know, worth looking into. But like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. Drop a comment below if you guys have any questions, if you have any videos that you want to see. And as always, I've gotten so many people asking me about, hey, when can we talk? How do I get a hold of you? I have some questions, I need some guidance. As always, in every video, like I mentioned, in the description below, there's a link. In that link, you can choose 3 dates or 3 times when you're available. That sends it to me, and then I can either accept one of those 3 dates, or I can shoot you some other times. That way we can coordinate a time for us to get on the phone and talk. I answer all your questions, I help you out, I give you that guidance that you're requesting. So make sure you pay attention to that description where the link is at. It's a clarity link. I definitely want to talk to you if you have any questions, if you need any help. I just posted a video and a post about just making sure you have people in your corner. Definitely want to be working with someone, I'm not gonna say that knows more than you, but just has that much more experience, okay? We all need to stay humble. We all need to understand that we don't know it all. And by just having some other people in your corner that can guide you, that can help you, that can support you, is only gonna make your business strive and go that much further. Have a good one, y'all. As always, if you're in Sacramento County, if you're in Santa Clara County, which also covers Hollister, there's just too many cities to name. If you're in any of these 2 counties and you need help and you need a quote, reach out. I wanna help you. Have a good one. Peace.